The missing link, the weakest link in the education system, as I speak with you, is the junior high school.
The missing link or the weakest link in our educational system here in Ghana is the junior high school. How so?
You see, the thing is this. When it was our time in secondary school, you had the O-level, A-level. We had 7 years of secondary education. And for those who came from, I would say, villages and to some extent some areas of town where things were difficult, you do your middle school. So after primary school, you did a middle school, and some will do 1 year, some will do 2 years, and from there you go to secondary of 7 years. So what we did as a nation was to transition to junior high school, and then cut 4 years off the secondary. And then in our own law, we say junior high school is part of basic, not part of secondary. So essentially, Ghana is one of the few nations in the world with a 3-year secondary education.
That gets you worried.
Very well. So once you say your secondary is 3 years, how does 3 years prepare a student to do quality university work?
Why didn't you change that as a Minister for Education? If you rally government officials and the president and look, we should do something.
The president was so excited about that. We were able to get the bill approved by cabinet. It was actually in parliament about to be passed. And then you remember when this issue about we are no longer majority came. Parliament was boycotted. Essentially, the minority ran a campaign against us.
Minority dead.
And therefore, all these bills were stuck. The free compulsory universal secondary education bill for the grade to give a 6-year secondary education. Junior high schools were all going to be upgraded to a high school level. So there was no longer going to be a case that you have a dilapidated building called junior high school, which we inherited from the old middle schools. So the junior high schools are built, which was very unique. This was the first time we did not enact the law before we started the infrastructure. We were building the infrastructure so that once you enact the law, the buildings were ready. And that is why we have junior high schools that have biology, chemistry, and physics lab. Because we are upgrading the junior high schools to a secondary level, no longer basic.
So you were in the process of making it, not a 3-year.
A 6-year secondary.
By a 6-year secondary.
But there were 2 options. If you are putting up a new school in East Lebanon, right, then you attach the junior high and the high school. So that gives you 6-year secondary at the same location. In other towns and villages, you will still allow the secondary school to exist wherever it is, but the junior high school there should be upgraded to become secondary. So if you were to attend Drobonso Junior High, you have secondary education there. The first 3 years of secondary. Then you go to Jabin any other time to do the next 3 years of secondary. But eventually, the whole idea was that why don't we put the 6 in one place? So,
are you going to do that if you become president?
Yes.
God willing, 2028.
Yes. It will be one of the first things that we do as a nation. Because you see, we've created 2 Ghanas. Ghana for the rich, Ghana for the poor. In Ghana for the rich, they are enjoying quality 6-year or 7-year secondary education. Ghana for the poor, they only have 3-year secondary education. And the junior high school is part of basic. There's no equipment and tools, no lab, nothing to give them quality 6 years. The first time they see a science lab is in the last 3, which is the senior high. So the concept is that you cannot educate our children across the board to be fit for purpose in this 21st century, in this industrial revolution, without giving them 6-year secondary. So other countries have done it.